Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Trade with Cloud. So today we're going to be learning something very interesting, and it's good you pay attention to this topic. And if you like what I do, please subscribe, please share, please follow, because I'm going to be dropping advanced lectures that's definitely going to transform your life, lectures that's definitely going to help you understand a whole lot about trading, a whole lot about the market. So our topic for today is going to be the different levels of support and resistance. First thing you're going to learn is what are the different levels of support and resistance, how to identify the different levels of support and resistance, how to trade the different levels of support and resistance, which is more favorable to trade. So this is a very interesting topic. I know most of you get confused when you see things like this, so I want you all to pay very close attention to this video and watch this video, watch to the end, watch it and watch it and watch it again. So I know when you open chat, most of the times, most people's chat, you would see the chat is having something like this. You would see things like this. You would see again. You would see things like this. I'm just trying to make you all understand something. You would see again, you would see things like this. You would see things like this. You would see things like this. This is how the chat is going to look like. You'll be like confused. Oh, what the hell is this person doing? What the hell is wrong with this person? What all this? What all this? I'm lost. You would still see things like this. So now, if you understand all these different levels of support and resistance, so now it's very good you understand what are the different levels of support and resistance. The first thing you should write down is we have what we call the overall support and resistance. Another thing again we have is inner support and resistance. So these are the two, the two most important thing to know about support and resistance. The first thing is overall support and resistance. The second thing is the inner support and resistance. So now you have to know what are the overall support and resistance and what are the inner support and resistance. So now you just have to pay close attention to my teachings, and let's dive into this so I can clearly show you what that overall support and resistance means. So now I'm going to clear all my chat so you can follow up. So I don't want to clear, because if I remove everything, everything will completely delete. I have to write again, so I just have to just click like this and just remove. Okay, I'm removing it. So I'm going to remove all so I can show you. Remove. I'm going to remove. So now looking at the chart now, you want to know what the overall support and resistance is. The overall means the total, the summary, the everything. Now it depends on what you're trading. If you are a day trader, your overall support and resistance should be on the 1 hour time frame. Write this out. If you are a day trader, your overall support and resistance should be on the 1 hour time frame. So I just have to go back in time, or front in time, or ahead of time to the 1 hour time frame. And so now I need to get my overall support and resistance. So why do I go back? Why do I go in the time in front, like the time ahead of my time? Because when you understand time frames, I will teach this. I don't know if I've dropped the video on that, but I will teach it. When you are trading using the 1 hour time frame, you should always use the 4 hour time frame to oversee the market. when you're trading using the 15 minutes time frame, you should use the 1 hour time frame to oversee the market. And why is the 1 hour time frame important? Is because it shows you a clear picture of what is happening. Now you're trying to know what are the different level of support and resistance. Like I told you, there are only two levels of support and resistance, which is number one, the overall support and resistance, and the number two, the inner support and resistance. So now you want to get your overall support and resistance, and you are a day trader, so you have to use the 1 hour time frame to get this. So now this is the 1 hour time frame, and we have to draw overall support and resistance. So all you have to do is to go to your horizontal line and you click find a place with most touches, which is here. Then that is your resistance. You'll find below again place with most touches, that is here. This is your what is it called? This is your support. So now what does this mean? Now this, now I need to call out this is what we call an overall support and resistance. An overall support, sorry, this is overall resistance. And remember, the one above is resistance, the one below is a support. So we just this is overall support. But please, while I'm teaching you this, whenever you want to trade, make your chart clean, make your chart simple, make your chart very, very understandable. Make it the way that you can understand what is really, really going on. So now, as you all can see, we want to, I just showed you all now the overall support and resistance. So because I'm trading on the 1 hour time frame, I'm using the 15-minute time frame to check to trade. So I'm using the 1 hour time frame to get the overall support and resistance of the market. So if you look at this chart now, you see that I'm seeing a picture from 25th of October till 4th of November. That is close to 9-10 days chart overview. So in the last 9 to 10 days, I will clearly see that the lowest level that Bitcoin USDT pep touched was this mark 57,000, which means in the last 9 days the lowest level it reached was this. So I now know the clear picture of this market. So now I want to show what are the inner levels of support and resistance. It's very simple. When you've gotten your overall support and resistance, whatever line is drawn inside of this line is called an inner level of support and resistance. Just for instance, now you see me start drawing like this. I'm just trying to draw in a level of support and resistance. Like most of the times you see people's chart or my chart, you see lots of lines and lots of lines like this. You'll be like, oh, what's Mr. Cloud doing? This man is doing something else. I do not understand all these lines. See, this is it. This is a very simple topic. It's not complicated. You understand? This is now remember, this is my overall level of support and resistance. And now these lines now are my inner support and resistance. You understand? So now this is a resistance, this is a support, this is a support. You understand? Just that is how it is. So now I've told you all now what are the different level of support and resistance. I said firstly, the overall support and resistance, it's like the overview of the entire market. So now the inner support and resistance is when you draw a line inside the overall support and resistance. So now we have to go now how to identify the different level of support and resistance. So now how to identify this level is very simple. And I have to remove these drawings. And I'll also show you all something I usually do that will definitely help you too, so you don't have too many lines that will confuse you, because whatever horizontal line you draw here or you place here is going to reach down to this place, so you could get confused and maybe when you're back testing and anything. So now I've showed you all how to identify the overall support and resistance. It's very easy. Normal, drawing your support and resistance, go into the higher time frame depending on the trader you are. If you are a weekly trader or a trend trader, whatever, you could use a 4-hour time frame or the 6-hour time frame, or use the daily time frame. So it depends on you. So today I'm teaching, I'm using the daily time frame, daily traders to give this illustration. So now you've learned the overall support and resistance. It's very simple. Your overall support and resistance is the overall drawing of your support and resistance, which is the highest point and the lowest point. Most touches here Most touches here gives you your resistance. Most touches here gives you your support. So now, how to identify the inner level of support and resistance. This is something I do when I want to draw an inner level of support and resistance. I do not use the horizontal line, because if I use this line and maybe I want to catch up on something here, you see this line now was long like this and might get to confuse me. So I do not use either of that. I just what do I do? I instead use the horizontal. I instead use the horizontal ray. So what does this mean? If I use a horizontal ray, let's say I want to trade this market, I would just have to come right behind the candle and get my line. You see, it doesn't affect what's happened in previous time. You understand? Only what it affects is what is going to happen in front of me, not what happened behind. So you are advised to always use the horizontal ray for inner support and resistance. Okay, let me write it. Always use always use the horizontal ray for inner support and resistance. So always use the horizontal ray for inner support and resistance. This is very important, very, very important. So always use the horizontal ray for inner support and resistance. So now, this is how you identify them. Any points that you see kind of the market is trying to form a consolidation or something, the market is trying to form a range or something, that should be your inner support and resistance. So now look at this now. I could say, okay, at this level now, the market is trying to form something crazy. I could say, okay, this now is my support. Then this now is my resistance. You get. So this has given me an inner level of support and resistance. This is an inner level. So this is my resistance. This is my support. But in the overall level of uh, drawing support and resistance, this is the overall support, this is the overall resistance. So in the inner level now, this is the inner level resistance, this is the inner level support. So which means I can still trade and still profit from this power move here, because this power move now, you see, if I had drawn this, I would know that, oh, this is a breakout, so I could still benefit over, depending on my leverage. This is over 20% if I'm using the 10x, 10% if I'm using the 5x leverage, or thereabout. You understand? So you could still follow the big move. You look at this now, you see when this close back, this break. You understand me? So this is what you should definitely try to catch in this market. So now for me to get more and more inner level support areas, so I have to go down again to the lower time frame, which is a time frame I want to trade. So when I go down to this time frame, I will have to do like this. When I do like this, you will see that I will get lots of opportunities, because there are some times that maybe I would just want to trade. This hasn't played out. This hasn't played out at all. So I would just want to draw my support here, and my resistance will be the overall resistance, waiting for it to break down to go short, something like that. You understand? The choice is all here. So this is how you identify the inner level of support and resistance. So please, you can watch again to identify it. Just find a level of consolidation like this. Now the market here, sorry, my lines are not straight. The market here consolidated, so you could actually form support and a resistance here and wait to short the market. Very simple. Looking at this now, you will see that the market is trying to consolidate here, so you could get your resistance and support and either go long or sell short. You see, this gives you more room to trade the market. Maybe you missed out on a very good opportunity, you missed out on a very bullish trend or whatever bearish trend. So this gives you an opportunity. So looking at this now, you would see that the markets now try to form a trend yet consolidated. So you could draw your support, you could draw your resistance, then wait for it to break, then you sell short. You see, you're going to be in profit. So looking at this again, you see the market try to form again a resistance and support. You either sell short or go long. You see, you'll be in this bullish bullish trend. So this is what this is about. This is a very very interesting topic to learn. So I teach this, I use this most of the times, and this has really been very very favorable to me, very very favorable, because you would be seeing lots of opportunities, just like this opportunity now. You would see this now, you see. So you see downtrend even before this reversal confirmation, so you probably get something. So the inner level of support and resistance is used for traders who don't just want to miss on opportunities, like opportunities have passed you by and you just say, oh, you're going to draw your overall support and resistance, then you're going to draw your inner level support and resistance, and you're going to chase the market. This is how to chase the market wisely, because most of the times when you chase the market blindly without knowing your overall level of support and resistance, you make mistakes, because the overall level tells you that, oh, the market hasn't gotten to this point in a very long time. So whatever you're doing, this is where, maybe if you want to be conservative with your stop loss, this is where you can uh, use it. So now another thing again is how to trade the different level of support and resistance. That is what I just illustrated. How to trade is very simple. Now you see that there is a consolidation here. There's a consolidation at this level. So what do? You draw your support, you draw your resistance. After you've drawn it, you wait to sell short. You sell short, you're definitely going to be in profit. Then you close. You don't have to be greedy using this strategy, because the market can bounce back easily, because this is not an overall level of support and resistance. I would say, oh, once it gets to this level, the breakout confirmation is going to be strong, powerful, and everything. So looking at this, after this now, you see at this level the market consolidated again. You could also draw your support and resistance and sell short. You will still get something. So it's more like a quick trading pattern. That is what this trading pattern is. Just looking at this now, you will see that the market again consolidated at this level. So you can just draw your support, you can draw your resistance, sell short, waiting for a sell short opportunity, or buy long. Once you get a confirmation break and a close, then you sell short. You see, you're definitely going to be in profit. So this is how to trade the inner level support and resistance. Wait for the market to consolidate first. So now, how do you check your consolidation? How do you know the market has consolidated? So now, when you see, this is how I count. When you see 20 to 50 candles consolidating. Okay, now this is how you draw your inner circle, or sorry, I say inner circle, your inner support and resistance. It's when you see 20 to 50 candles. When you see 20 to 50 candles consolidating, when you see them consolidating, that is when you know, okay, this is the best time. This is the time for me to draw my support and resistance. So if you count this candle, you see it's up to 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You see, it's up to 20. When you also want to count this, it's up to 20. Why do I want you to let it reach up to 20? Is because when a candle is playing in a particular spot, or it's stagnant, it shows that an explosion is definitely going to happen, either a massive downtrend or a massive uptrend. This is a topic I'm going to teach you later. So now this is how to trade it. Wait for a consolidation, but the first rule first is to draw your overall support and resistance. Watch the candles. When you see 20 to 50 candles consolidating, and always use the lower time frame. Do not use the 1 hour time frame to search for these entry confirmations. So use the 1 hour time frame to draw the overall support and resistance. Then use the 15 minutes time frame to search for all this entry confirmation. So in the 15 minutes time frame, you would see 20 to 50 candles consolidated. It could be 21 candles, 23, but at least it should be 20, because when it's at least 20, it is a strong conviction that, okay, if this breaks down or breaks up, that means something is going to happen. Though it might not be really that bullish, but definitely someone is going to see results. That is how you trade it. And remember what I told you all, your level of support, your level of stop loss should always be below your entry point. That is if you are buying long. It should will always be above if you want to sell short. So do not just make your stop loss very close so you can watch the market play out and you can make your money. So now again is which is more favorable. So now I have to remove all these drawings. Okay, I have to cancel all these drawings again. So sorry you all. So let's just remove all drawings. So now that you would ask which is more favorable to trade. Now this question comes to the mind of what kind of trader are you? What do you intend to achieve? If you are a trader that you intend to achieve maybe just 5 to 10% a day, I would advise you use the overall level of support and resistance to trade. And what are the overall level of support and resistance? I have to go to the higher time frame again. Then I have to draw this overall level again. So now I have to show you all. This is what I mean overall. Okay, sorry, this is horizontal ray. I need to use the horizontal line. So this is the overall resistance. This is the overall support. So now this is what you do. So if you want to be conservative with your trading, you could use the overall resistance and support. One of the things you understand is that the overall resistance and support will not really give you like plenty entries. Like now looking at this now, this is a reversal confirmation. You see, you got something, reversal confirmation, you definitely will get something. Definitely confirmation, you definitely will get something. So you're definitely going to get something, but you won't get too many entries because you're waiting for it to break the overall market or something. You understand? Most of the times when I trade overall support and resistance. That is how I give signals. So, because I know that okay, if this breaks this level, it's definitely going to be a win-win for me. Most of the time, most strategies is more like win-win. Your win rate should be higher than your losing rates, because definitely you're going to lose trades. You're definitely going to enter into trade that you have good convictions that are going to play out, and boom, it will not play out. Just like this trade now. If probably I'd seen this market now at this level now, I would definitely see that this is a consolidation. So I will be looking to buy long this market or sell short. You see, if I teach you on my strategy is very mind-blowing. Why I cannot teach it publicly, but definitely if you watch my videos back to back, you will definitely learn a thing or two, and if you're smart enough, you could grab my strategy from there very, very easy. You understand? So this is the rule. This is how. So I would advise you, if you don't want to chase too much gains, like you don't want to go into too many entries, you are a very busy person, you just want to take in setting your entries, your take profit, your stop loss, and leave your phone to check back later in the day, use the overall support and resistance. But if you have too much time, you have the space, you have the time to do everything, so I will advise you to use the inner level of support and resistance so you can get lots of entries. And remember, please use the 1 hour time frame to get the overall level of support and resistance, then the 15 minutes time frame to trade. This please, 1 hour time frame to get the overall level of support and resistance, then use the 15 minutes time frame to get what? The inner support and resistance. So please, even if no matter the strategy you're using, no matter what you want to work with this, write it somewhere, paste it somewhere, and this is very important. So this is the most important thing you should learn, because if most of you will make mistake, you will use the 1 hour time frame and draw, and we want to use the 1 hour time frame to trade. But one of the benefits of trading with higher time frame is this. Read this, write this somewhere. The benefit of trading with higher time frame is big traders only watch the higher time frames. So write this somewhere. The big traders only watch the higher time frames. Why? Is because they are not after 20% gain. 10% gain. They are not. Let me tell you the truth. Most times, big traders in a month might not really get to make up to 30% profit. Trust me, they might end up making 20 to 10% profit in a month. But now, that 20 to 10% profit they are making, their size is very large. They could be using $100 million to trade, and that's 10 to 20% is about $20 million to $10 million. You understand? So they are actually watching the higher time frame, because whenever you trade using higher time frames, you would get less entries, but your entries confirmation is definitely going to be strong. But if you use the lower time frames most of the times to trade, and you are conservative, you are smart, you know what you are doing, you will definitely make more results, more wins. You would make more money. You understand? But it's just that the lower time frame will make you go into too many trades, too many losses, too many wins. And if you're not a person that is very careful, you're not conservative, you're not smart, you're not understanding what you're doing, you would definitely blow off your money. So it's good you do not trade using a gambler's mentality. Always trade using a whale's mentality. The whales are looking for that 1% move, 2% move. That is how they benefit, because their size is very large. And whales do not use leverage. I will quote this anywhere. Whales do not use leverage. People who have large sizes of account do not use leverage. I'm going to drop a video explaining leverage well, the advantage, disadvantage, and I want you all to subscribe to my channel, share my channel, watch and know that Mr. Cloud is here to teach you a whole lot of things. So I hope you will watch this video again gradually. Do not rush, do not fast forward, fast forward. You end up killing yourself. You end up are confusing yourself, because in my videos, if you gradually patiently watch, you will understand exactly everything I'm teaching, what I mean, how I mean it. I'm going to teach you all a whole lot of things. I'm giving all this knowledge out for free, all this knowledge out for free. So please share my channel, subscribe. That is the way you can help my community grow. That is the way you could help others to grow. You could save others from the hands of people who are going to just take their funds and not teach them anything. Follow my lessons, follow my lectures. Trading is not something you rush. You patiently learn. And if you learn, you start earning. If you learn, you're definitely going to start making very, very good result. I remain your very own Mr. Cloud Oleka, and I say God bless you. Thanks for watching. Share, subscribe, rewatch.